What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, I will show you quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you an extremely weird activity from eTrade, and potentially it might lead us to the conclusion that something happened behind the scenes, because their activity completely flipped just recently, and definitely these actions need to be investigated. On top of that, I will show you the subpoenas that were filed just a couple of days ago by Traudt, and I will explain them in details. On top of that, I will show you the actions that should have happened recently and how these quite similar actions happened abroad. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. And let's start with the news itself. Junk Savvy published this tweet just yesterday, and she wrote, "Hearing MMTLP buzz that eTrade is forced transferring shares of Next Bridge Hydrocarbons to AST. Check your platforms and confirm below. Please do not include personal information. Simple yes or no will work. Thank you." And guys, take a look right here. Dr. E wrote this. So a broker is doing what they were supposed to do on December 14th, 2022, and people are shocked. And I have to say that some people like No Brain wrote this. Yes, it's true, they forced transferred my shares without my request. Contacted a rep at eTrade who confirmed has never seen anything like this. No notification, no confirmation, no request made on my end. And guys, we have quite opposite answers as well. So here's the answer from Lowell. No, ours still show in eTrade. And again, some shares are still on eTrade accounts, some are not. And this is even more weird actions because, guys, let me remind you that just several months ago, it was a huge problem that was disclosed first of all by, I guess, Tommy 5050, something like this, and he couldn't transfer his shares from eTrade to AST, and it was a huge saga, personal saga, when he couldn't do this for quite a long period of time. And guys, for some reasons eTrade, without any notifications, transferred some of shares of some of MMTLP shareholders from eTrade to AST. And guys, please, if you have for this issue, drop me a line in the comment section, because we know there is another issue that is directly related to Next Bridge Hydrocarbon shares, and it is two completely different QSIP numbers. If your shares have or have not transferred to AST, and you know the QSIP number, please drop me a line in the comment section, because potentially it might be an issue from just one QSIP number. And definitely we have to find it out, and we have to move forward. So the next news that is extremely important for our community is the details from Traudt in regards to the subpoena that were filed just recently. And he wrote this: Scorched Earth Volume 3, the ground war begins. The subpoenas are going out. I have 6 signed and stamped subpoena duces tokens, subpoenas for documents, email, records, computer files, trading records, from US District Court, here's the number of his case, that need to be served on the following individuals and companies for records directly relating to the RICO as CFAA and Securities Act claims contained in the lawsuit. I am waiting on a response for number 7. Unless the targets of the SDTs agree to serve via first-class mail return receipt, they will need to be served individually. And guys, it is quite a clever decision. As Marvin's guy would say, let's get it on. So here's on who and where I need volunteers to serve these SDTs. 1. Gary Gensler, SEC Chairman, 100F, and basically here is the address. Let me quote you this. Electronic blue sheets records for MMTLP that existed on December the 8th of 2022 at 3:59:59 p.m. Eastern Time. EBS records for Charles Schwab for same time, hug and date. 2. Greg McCabe, NextBridge Hydrocarbons CEO. Identifying documents of all 105 broker-dealers of or trading entities that traded MMTLP as of December the 8th of 2022 and names. And guys, we are forced to make this type of subpoena and to address it to Greg McCabe because he is a CEO of NextBridge Hydrocarbons, but he keeps silence. And we as a constituents and we as a shareholders have to know all the details about this saga, and unfortunately we have zero information, official information from Greg McCabe. Just rumors, just speculation and nothing more. So, next one, Frank LaSala, DTCC president. Documents showing allotments of all MMTLP long shares totaling 165 million shares to whatever entity received shares from DTCC. 4. Martin Flanagan, CEO EQ, formerly AST. All documents showing the number of shares transferred into NextBridge Hydrocarbons by MMTLP shareholders and the number of people who have transferred those shares. 5. Kathy Bell, Managing Director Hilltop Securities. Data and documents showing Hilltop's trades in MMTLP to include all longs and short sales as of December the 8th of 2022 at the end of a trading session. Ken Griffin, CEO of Citadel Securities. All trade records of TradeUp trading entity moving through Citadel as part of payment for Order 4 agreement with TradeUp for tickers NXBR and TRCH.CMT from 9th of December of 2022 to the present day. And guys, these 6 subpoenas, and we are, and basically Scott is awaiting on response for number 7. These 6 subpoenas have to disclose a tremendous amount of information that should definitely help us to see the resolution and to bring this resolution as soon as possible. And guys, I have to say that I want to give a huge shout out to Scott Traudt, because with his RICO lawsuit, and we have and we might have more and more data how we can perform our next step. And let me show you somewhere here post from Mark Basile. And Southern Oracle 06 wrote this: MMTLP. Jojo thinks Mark Basile is deflecting. Minions evolution. 2 days position close only trading is the way. Next one, Congress is the way. Next one, NextBridge will not trade. Next one, NextBridge will trade if they want to. Next one, don't talk to NextBridge. Next one, we talk to NextBridge back channels. And on top of that, he added this. Wait a second, no suggestions of getting a lawyer that's consistent. And guys, Mark Basile responded to this tweet following: no one cares except for them. My staff gets kicked out of it. They call it minion derangement syndrome. They won't be getting any resolution other than a judicial one, and they know this. So guys, on Mark Basile's opinion, we might have the only type of resolution through some lawsuits, basically through the judicial way. And these lawsuits, I have to admit that we have 2 of them on the table. One of them was filed by Mark Basile, and it is a RICO lawsuit, and the part of this lawsuit is Anna Trades. And the second lawsuit is filed by Scott Traudt. And in my opinion, this is the most prominent promising ways how we can see the resolution, because the recent letter that was written, that was prepared and signed by Representative Ralph Norman, Pete Sessions, and 72 other Congress members. We have in total 74 members of Congress who signed this letter that was addressed to Gary Gensler and Robert W. Cook. But we don't have any updates from Pete Sessions and Ralph Norman themselves. And Pete Sessions just a couple of hours ago wrote this: Houston County, join me next week at 6:30 p.m. on August 13 in the Lextel High School Gymnasium to celebrate the 12-time state champion Lextel math team at a town, and so on and so forth. So he will have a meeting in Latex, Texas. And take a look what did Paul T. write. Your constituents shouldn't waste their time with your lies. You lied to the MMTLP community, including your constituents and veterans. You deceived us with your false narrative of your commitment to help us. You are a disgrace to American people. You do not deserve to be re-elected. Only God knows what other nefarious things you have done. And he added this gif, shame, shame, shame. Guys, I have to say that Pete Sessions and Ralph Norman have a lot of pressure in their Twitter accounts from MMTLP community, and definitely we deserve answers from them, because they both of them keep silence for several months. I think since the times when John Burda and George Palikors were fined by SEC because of the allegedly pump and dump scheme in MMTLP. We don't have, by the way, we don't have any lawsuit from John Burda against SEC in order to challenge this decision. But potentially he will file it, because about 2 months ago John Burda said that he will fight for his name. And guys, I have to say that we have a lot of weird activity that is surrounding MMTLP case. For example, Pulte wrote this tweet, and it is quite suspicious, but more and more people are still think, and potentially they have all the rights to think so, that this case is related to MMTLP. Pulte wrote, "We are uncovering a big scandal, and in 6 months the press is going to regret having to tell you it toward the end of the 6 months. But they've been bullied into silence. More on that later." And guys, he published this tweet on August the 6th, and I saw it yesterday, but in my opinion, it doesn't worth your attention so much. But according to the answers under this tweet, a lot of these answers, and let me show you that there is more than 280 answers to this tweet. A lot of people think that it might be related to MMTLP. And I have to admit that Pulte doesn't disclose any more information in regards to this post, but Scott Traudt 20 hours ago asked him a couple of questions. And he said, "Let me be a voice that asks 2 simple questions. If all this action takes place in 6 months, wouldn't that mean that whatever you have will be stale for MMTLP shareholders, as their statute of limitations for bringing suit against the bad actors may toll on December the 8th of 2022? And question number 2, if it's earth-shattering, why not bring forward what you have now, so the recovery cycle for those people who have been shafted is greatly shortened?" And unfortunately, we don't have any answers from Pulte. We have a lot of thoughts from other community members, but Pulte again keeps silence. And I think we have to know more. And without additional data, without additional information, it is just rumors and nothing else. But definitely these rumors might be related to MMTLP case, because just recently, let me remind you that Pulte created this community. In Twitter, he created MMTLP community, which consists about 1.7 thousand members in it. It is not so active, I would say, but we have some updates that is related to our case. And Pulte definitely knows about the MMTLP saga, and he tried to help us. But for now, I have to say that a lot of people come, a lot of people goes, and we have completely different community members who are the drivers of our community. And that is why, guys, the only thing that we can do is to push our case forward through different paths, and one of them will definitely give us a resolution. So let me show you another update at this time from RareDD, and this is related to the illegal activity from FINRA and SEC. He wrote this: just a reminder that the rules in the stock market don't apply to the institutions that pay membership fees to FINRA and sit on the boards of FINRA and SEC and DTCC, etc. The institutions are making so much money, and it's cheaper to donate millions to those in power than to pay billions or trillions on covering the bad bets they make. How long do the authorities just look the other way? Are you all complicit? How long will ignore the mountain of MMTLP evidence frozen in time? And unfortunately, it is a sad truth, and we have to change the entire system. That is why, guys, I have to admit that despite any potential topic of pull this tweet, if it is related to the retail community, it was made in our favor, because the main problem of retail community is lack of transparency on the market, and we have to solve it. And by solving all of these problems, we can help to solve other problems. And definitely one problem cannot be solved with another, and it is just a long chain with a lot of missing links, but we will discover them. On top of that, guys, take a look what other countries want to do in order to fight against illegal activities on their markets. So 16 hours ago, Christian Shalasi wrote this tweet, and Anna Trades reposted it. Thailand wants to speed up the time it takes to get stock manipulation and fraud cases to court. Under the proposal, cases that now often take years would happen in months. The Stock Exchange of Thailand has proposed a legal reform to the finance ministry, advocating for shortening these times. And guys, on top of that, Thailand imposes new rules on Monday, July the 1st, to stop illegal short selling. And even tiny countries like Thailand want to implement these rules in order to protect their investors. Why in the world the United States of America doesn't want to do the same? In my opinion, it doesn't make sense. But definitely we have to push our case forward, and we have to unite not only inside our community but with other retail communities as well. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm